Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch, January 14th here. Taking a look at the infrared satellite imagery. You can see the strong frontal system now moving through the Bay Area, Central California, North California. Strong low pressure system off the coast of California and Oregon here. Next system is out here. It's going to be north of Hawaii soon, and it's going to dive down into Central California as well. So two more shots here for California before a break. Looks like it's going to be coming here across the state. So good news there. But bad news is that precipitation's been uptrending, especially some areas of Southern California. We'll take a look at those details here in a moment. I'll take a look here at the windy map. This is last night midnight here, and if you put this into motion, you can see that frontal system moving across the Bay Area about 8 a.m., which is currently when I'm doing this briefing here. But you can see on the back side of it, the winds start to relax as you go forward a little bit more here. Let me pull that forward a little more, and then you can see kind of the wind switch to more southwesterly or westerly behind the frontal system there. So the strongest winds are going to be with that front. If you're there at the game at Levi Stadium there, Seahawks 49ers, those winds are going to be getting out of there by the time the game starts. But it still will be kind of blustery, winds 15 to 25 gusting with some showers possible behind the front as well. Now, taking a look here, you've got flood watches across the area right now. You can see just a wide swath of flood watches here as we go. Flooding the streets, poorly draining urban areas possible. Don't travel through those flooded roadways down there. Turn around, don't drown. You can see the rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying flood-prone areas may experience flooding here. And this could go on with the next system as well before the break comes. So just a heads up here, we're not quite done yet. Don't let your guard down. Wind advisory is out with that frontal system. As you can see, gusts 30 to 45 miles per hour, mainly kind of nuisance power outages, not as big as some of the frontal systems that we had the last couple of days here, but falling trees are still a concern with the saturated soils out there. This is looking at the coastline hazards. So you can see some high surf warnings, high surf advisories, coastal flood advisories for the Bay Area as well. Gale warnings also. So stay off the jetties, coastal docks, significant beach erosion as possible. Don't turn your back on the ocean there. You guys know the drill. Here's the urban and small stream flooding here. Includes Sacramento, Yuba City, Chico, up towards Redding here. And this frontal system is going to bring a lot of rain with it when it moves through here on in through tonight. You can see tonight, Saturday, January 14th, shown there. So watch out for those rises on small streaks and creams. Don't drive over those flooded roadways. This is up towards Crescent City here, and this kind of goes for a lot of the coastline there through California. Breakers building 22 to 25 feet along west-facing beaches. Heads up for that nice graphic here by National Weather Service, Eureka, California. This is Crescent City. Look at this precipitation they got yesterday, 2.69 inches, a daily record high. They broke the 2000 record of 2.63 there. So lots of rain falling in portions up in Northern California. That's going to continue on through the day today as well. Now taking a look here, look at this. This is State Route 33, and I believe it's the Los Padres National Forest there down towards Southern California. You can see what happens here with some of these roadways, especially off on the back roads here. It doesn't take much to wash out some of these roadways here, and you can imagine what would happen to your day if you drove off that in some blinding rain out there. So it's always not as bad as you think until you run into something like this and somebody drives off the road. So just kind of a heads up there. Now take a look at the bigger picture here. You can see the system. This is 18,000 feet first, 500 millibars. We're looking at general trough and ridge position here, and you can see the ridge here across the central portion and the storm system impacting California currently. There goes this system there, and then the next system dives through, and that should be the last of the systems here as far as California is concerned, at least for a while. Another system moves through the Pacific Northwest, but look at the ridging start to build here as we go out through mid and later next week across the west coast here. So that should give some time to dry out here, and hopefully we don't turn the fire hose back towards California too quickly here as we go through the end of January, but we'll continue to watch that as we go day by day also. Now taking a look here at the Bay Area a little bit closer, I wanted to show you the frontal passage timing. You can see the back side of it here. This is about 8 a.m. So it should be passing here in the next 2 to 3 hours or so. There is a thunderstorm threat with the frontal system as it passes. Gusty winds. Wind should relax some and probably be gusting about 25 for the game out there today. And And you can see as we go towards, what is that? That's about 2 o'clock here. You can see some showers start to return, though, as you get towards 3 p.m. Second half of that Seahawks 49er game could be dealing with that threat of a rogue lightning strike with some of these showers behind that frontal system there. There's 4 o'clock, and the game should be wrapping up about there. But you can see plenty of showers rolling through the second half if you believe the high-resolution rapid refresh model. And this is looking at the lightning threat here. So we're going to put this through. You can see the frontal system move through there. And now we're going to come up on 3, 4 o'clock. You can see there is that chance for kind of an isolated lightning strike there as you go on into the afternoon today. So heads up for that if you're out and about, if you're at the game. Now taking a look at the NAM3 cam, another high-resolution model, pretty consistent with the timing of that frontal system moving through as well. And then you can kind of see the showers hanging on. This would be about 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, the Bay Area here, 4 p.m., 5 p.m. by the game is wrapping up here. So you can see those shower potential going on through the day today. So you might get some bouts of some moderate rainfall or even heavy rainfall briefly during the second half of the game, it looks like. This is wind speed. Frontal system moves through. The biggest winds get out of here by about 11 noon, probably there. And you see the winds gusting between 20 to 25 miles per hour during the game. It could play with the kicking game or the passing game a little bit there, but not an extremely windy game coming up here, it doesn't look like. So now anyway, taking a look at a wider view of California here, day one excessive rainfall outlook. You can see a lot of the coastal areas are included in this slight risk here, including the higher elevations down through Southern California, foothills of the Sierra Nevada as well. So this is day one shown here. Here's day two for the coastal regions there. There may be some upgrades depending on this day three as well, depending on the storm system, because there's a lot of precipitation coming for Southern California that we'll look at here in a moment. This goes on in through Monday morning through Tuesday morning here, and this would probably be the last of the round of storms here. So by Tuesday morning, it's going to start coming to an end here across much of the state. Now looking at integrated vapor transport, this is what we measure atmospheric rivers by. Here's that current system going through now, frontal system passing through Central California, down through Southern California. Then the next system here, pretty strong storm, but it is moving pretty quickly here, and it's not going to hang out over any one given area for long, but it will bring about of heavy precipitation over a short period of time as it moves down through California. And then look as we'll go out into later next week. Look at this break possibly coming. Frontal system for the Pacific Northwest, maybe clipping Northern California there, but you can see we do get a break here across the state coming up. This is that storm currently out there off the coast. You can see this 982, pretty strong storm system there, the frontal system, then the one behind it, just kind of giving you guys a diagram there. And then you can see some ridging starting to build in here as we go on in through mid and later next week. This is San Francisco with the frontal system here. These winds are already going as we speak right now, but there are some gust potential up towards 50 miles per hour here. And then some more winds possible with that last storm system that moves through Monday night into Tuesday shown there. This is Palm Springs. You can see some gusty winds coming on in through tomorrow morning as well. Some gusts over 50 miles per hour possible. And the last of the storm systems in that storm train look to be coming through here Monday night. This is Santa Barbara, just kind of showing you that system coming down through here on the day Monday. Here, some gusty winds, maybe some gusts up into the 30s there possible. Nothing too crazy, but it's kind of unusual for Southern California. Here's Sacramento. This is that frontal passage during the day today. Some gusts up over 50 miles per hour are possible. This kind of been uptrending in the models here as well. As we saw yesterday, these were mainly into the 40s here. So kind of upticking again, as tends to be the case here with a lot of these frontal systems that move across California here. We tend to get a little bit stronger winds than what they're saying. Now looking at total precipitation in inches across the state. So you can see this system going through today, and it kind of brings some precipitation all the way down through Southern California, even down towards San Diego as we go on into the nighttime hours and Sunday morning hours here. Pretty good amounts along the coastal regions here in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada. That's why those excessive rainfall outlooks were issued for there. Keep this going on into motion. Here comes the next storm here, bringing additional rainfall. You can see the Bay Area getting up over 2 inches here. Coastal regions, 3, even 4 inches possible. But look at down Southern California, some pretty good precip amounts. Even down through the Los Angeles metro, up over 2 inches by this point. You can see 2+ inches for Santa Barbara area out here. And down towards Southern California, I mean, look at San Diego getting a pretty good shot of precipitation here, up over 2 inches as well, maybe even 3 locally in some of the higher terrain, 4+ +6 inches possible. So don't let your guard down. The last storm is coming. The light at the end of the tunnel is there. Just got to kind of keep your guard up for a little bit longer. This is just for the Bay Area. I'm just going to speed through this and show you precipitation amounts coming here with that second system as well. You can see the Bay Area go up over 2 inches for many areas here, up over 3 inches locally down towards Santa Cruz, for example here. So we're almost there. Just got to get towards midweek here coming up. Now this is Southern California. Watch this. We speed through this one as we go through this afternoon today. Look at some of these precipitation amounts. All the way down through the higher terrain here. Los Angeles Metro, well up over an inch here. The second system starts rolling through here again. Look at this, well over 2 inches for much of the metro area. Higher for the higher terrain as well, but it's kind of uptrending here in the models. So just thought you guys would like to see that here. Just a couple more rounds to go. Now taking a look at total snow-Kuchera ratio across the Sierra Nevada. Pretty much goes without saying at this point. Sierra Nevada getting quite a bit of snowfall here as we go on in through Monday morning, shown here. By Tuesday morning, things are wrapping up. But look at this, well over 100 inches of snowfall still incoming for the Sierra Nevada. The Siskiyous up here as well. Watch out for the higher terrain as you're going northbound on I-5 or southbound back into California there. Now taking a look here, day 1 through 3, overall winter storm impacts extreme across the Sierra Nevada. You need to be prepared. Have a kit in your car. Take another time to travel. Wait until about Tuesday afternoon before you want to start going back and forth across the mountains here. You know, you can get trapped, isolated, cut off. There can be snow slides and avalanches that block the roadway and all kinds of stuff. Whiteout conditions, you can spin out. So just be aware of that. Extreme travel conditions expected. Day 1 through 3 across the Sierra Nevada. You might want to wait till Wednesday to start traveling across there if you can. Significant wave height also here. You can see this frontal system bringing some strong waves, but the next one brings a nice fetch of waves all the way down through Southern California here as we go on in through Monday night. And then you can see kind of a relaxation in the wave action on the coast of California here as we go on in through later this week coming up here. So any break will be welcome. Let the soils dry out here across the state for a while. And here's a 6 to 10 day precipitation probability outlook. Look at this. A definite sign there for the break is coming. Well below average precipitation expected on in through January 23rd, and the 8 to 14 day all the way up to January 27th. Same thing there. Temperatures generally below average though, still the 6 to 10 day and the 8 to 14 day forecast there, but we should be drying out by that time. And just taking a look here, some of the unique terrain features of southern Los Angeles, Southern California here, and you can see Santa Barbara. Look at these hills out there, and you can imagine why some of these streams that are normally dry the entire year just become raging torrents here. As you can see, this pretty steep terrain here. You slam this precipitation in there, it gets orographically lifted here, wrings it out, and it just brings extreme precipitation amounts during these atmospheric rivers across the region here, and these just come in raging torrents. You know, they wash out roadways, all kinds of crazy stuff, and this really can go for, you know, places like Malibu and any of these higher terrain that you see here. San Gabriel Mountains out there and out down towards San Diego as well can get some pretty extreme flooding in these events with that steep terrain out there. So just wanted to point that out. And I think I called this Catalina yesterday. Those are the Channel Islands. I got corrected in there. But yeah, just wanted to point that out. Those are the Channel Islands, not Catalina there. But anyway, I like to play this one too. Check it out. We erased that extreme drought across the state of California there. Very nice. Hopefully we can continue to erode at this drought here across the state. Now it's just severe and moderate. And just a reminder about drought in general, it is a natural process of the environment. Drought is something that just is always going to be a factor. You're never just going to be drought free across. It's just kind of a natural process of the environment. But anyway, round 2 of the 3 storms that we talked about yesterday is on the doorstep here, impacting central and northern California. It's coming for Southern California this afternoon. And the final storm is back here, and that should be rolling through here and should be out of here by Tuesday morning or so across the state, and then we get a break. So anyway, we'll talk about this storm. We'll check out its strength tomorrow, and I hope you guys are having a good day. Click like, subscribe, turn your notifications on, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.